I'm Todd Grisham, and we are live here at the one-of-a-kind Empire Fight Camp. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
Time for our tale of the tape. A man that broke barriers, the one and only Joe Louis. He's 6'2" tall, 181 pounds, one of the best right hands in the business. And his opponent here, none other than Alexander Usyk, 6'3" and 198-centimeter reach.
Talk about hot.
The one and only Joe Louis. His fight against Matt Schmeling, one of the most important fights in the history of this fine sport. Alexander Usyk.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, and iconic longtime world champion who defended his title for a record of 12 years, introducing a heavyweight champion of the world, the Brown Bomber, Joe Louis. Fighting out of...
How will these two fight? These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. No rest for the weary. The face is telling the story from that jab. Good counter punching. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be honest. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think light. Concentrate.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They exchange punches. Right uppercut can't find a home. When are we going to see a jab from these two? And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Wow, it's like 2 different leagues.
Get your mind back on the job. Get back out there and win the round.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Punch, counter punch. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
That jab doesn't score. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Usyk! And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
How about that time counter shot? Nice punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second.
You've let him back into the fight.
There's the bell to start round 3. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter shot. It's all offense all the time. That right jab just misses. That counter shot lands. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That uppercut just missed. Perfect counter lands. So much for boxing. This is a fight. And he scores with the counter. Couldn't land that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. This is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the table. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite-level stuff here.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Good counter punch. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. That hook doesn't score. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Missed him with that uppercut. The straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Don't you tell this guy he's got to do something different?
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next...
Breathe.
There's the bell for round 5. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
There's a counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice slip to avoid the jab. I can't believe it. They are giving up. So they will throw in the towel. The corner has stopped it. They won't be happy about that, but c'est la vie.